Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the very first Ninja Revival Online developer log. And as you know, we're committed to making the greatest Ninja RPG experience on Roblox of all time. And this will be our way of filling you guys in along the process. But again, it doesn't have to stop there. We have a Patreon where you can support the game and also become a tester during the testing phase, as well as receive some really cool exclusive rewards in-game upon release.
And like we've said before, a lot of times, the game is going to be free. The game will be on every platform, like we said before. I saw some people, actually I think I saw one video saying that this game's going to be a scam. How can you have a scam game when it's free? The game's going to be free. Of course, I know that guy who made that video is mentally ill, but for the rest of you guys who might have just not known about it or have not seen the development in the Discord or outside of the Discord, the game will be free. The only thing that costs money is early access. It's not even really early access, you just get to test the game a bit early. And that's the only thing that costs money, but again, that's completely free. If you want to play the game, all you have to do is just wait till the game actually releases, and that's it. So, and for closed community, you can get into closed community for free as well by just being active in the Discord, inviting people. You can get into it for free. We'll also have applications that you can get into for free. The only thing you can pay for are game passes when the game does release, and to guarantee your spot in the closed community, as well as early testing. There is no gun to your head to pay for the game, pay for the Patreon. If you even wanted to pay for the game, you can't, because you have to wait for release. If you want to play it early, that's the only thing you can pay for.
So with that, today we want to highlight the pillars of the base combat in NRO. Now, our vision for combat is something that is most importantly fun and responsive, but also fast and fluid, so you feel like a real ninja. So of course we have omnidirectional dashes, as you see here. You know, there are some real cool dashes. And basically we want to give you the positioning freedom, because that's very important in the game. Now, you also have the ability to utilize things like tree jumping. So I can go like this, I can jump up on the tree. So yeah, you have a lot of freedom with your movement and how you choose to traverse the map. It's really nice.
Yeah, like my brother said, you guys will have a lot to do when it comes to the game in general, but especially movement. Me personally, when I'm planning this game and we're going to program the game, when we're testing this game, we always have our pillars in our mind. And what are our pillars? Our pillars are the main things that we're looking towards whenever we're developing the game. Because I feel like once you have those things set out, it's a lot easier to have everything fall in place. And to get into more detail on our pillars of the combat, we want it to be free. I really didn't want to make it too restrictive. So right now, as you guys can see, it does take some stamina to do your tree jumping, but it does replenish. I might make it so it takes some stamina to do your dashing, but I'm not 100% sure yet. We'll decide that. And the testers, those of you guys in our Patreon, you guys will actually help us shape it. All we're giving you guys is the pillars and how we want it to feel, and you guys are going to help us make sure it feels like that. So it's not going to be like you guys are testing and then creating the game. It's more so you guys are helping us align the game with our vision, making sure it doesn't just feel good on our end, but feel good on your end as well. Since there are so many places you can tree jump from, I really shouldn't be calling this tree jumping. I should really be calling this jumping in general, because you can jump from rocks, from buildings, to trees, anything. There are some punishments you do get. If you get hit in the air while you're tree jumping, you will take more damage. This is just to make sure you can't run away, because when you're fighting, we do want you to be fighting, and when you're moving, we don't want you to be running. We want you to be moving because you're trying to get somewhere, to a fight, to a mission, or what have you. And finally, I also think it adds another level of strategy. Now you have to also consider your stamina when you're running around, when you're moving. You can't just go crazy and waste all your stamina, because it has no bearing on your fighting. It is all interconnected in this game. A big pillar of our movement is our engagement dash. And when you do this, you get to drop on somebody. If you hit them first, like we said before, you actually get to start your combo early. And if they hit you, they start their combo early. And if you clash into them, I don't think we showed this last time. Shiver, let's test it out right now. 3, 2, 1. You actually bounce back, so none of you guys get the benefit right there. So those are two big things in our combat. We also have an air variation that does the exact same thing. But again, even though we want this game to, you have to have some skill to it. We also, one of our bigger pillars is we're looking at it to be very easy to pick up, hard to master. So Shiver, go ahead and exhaust all your chakra. Don't charge it again, just exhaust all of it. As you can see, Shiver's health, or Shiver's chakra, is charging up by itself, but it'll only get back up to 15% of your chakra. So it doesn't go all the way up to make it so you don't have to charge chakra if no one's pressuring you. But if you are in a pinch, say you're a new player coming to the game, you don't know the controls, you're just trying it out, you're not completely screwed. Like, you're gonna get comboed, you're gonna get beat up, and then you have one more chakra escape or chakra dash if you want to, but then you're kind of screwed after that. In our game, resource management is going to be a big thing because every resource does different things. So again, obviously health, that needs no introduction. Everyone knows what their health is for. Every one of your skills that are chi based will use chi, obviously. Stamina is used for most of the moves that you use to get around and for weapon skills. So keep that in mind. And awakening is for awakenings, which we will show very, very soon. Stay tuned.
Okay, and then on that note, that actually brings us to the base combat next. So of course you have your regular M1 string, so you can hit me with that right now.
Yeah, this is a 5-hit M1 string, as is typical from every game. But every different weapon, fist count as a weapon, but you don't need to equip anything down here in your toolbar to start the fist attacks. But with every different weapon, they can have different string lengths from about 3 to 5. We haven't decided yet, but the shortest one right now has 3, the longest one right now has 5. And I'll show you guys the fist right now. Boom. And then from here, obviously you get ragdolled, but the game, we don't have it so we can just continually spam people, so you guys don't have to worry about that. But then of course, you can substitute as well.
Yeah, but that's not it. We also have like up tilts and air combat in the game, so you can show that as well.
And boom, you just throw them back wherever you feel like. And here, you can actually throw them, like if I go here, then I turn the other way, I can hit them over there. So you can actually decide where you want to throw somebody. So say you guys are having a team fight and you're the Crimson Eye guy having your 1v1 fight, then boom, I throw him over to my forest team member and then he just finishes the combo right there. So you guys can really get creative. I've seen a lot of people get creative with that. I got the best combos ever, if I do say so myself. So if you guys ever need help, I can help you guys out for a small fee. So the next thing we'll show is the block breaking. And obviously this doesn't need a crazy extended visual. You guys can tell what block breaking is. So here is the full blocking string. Once your health breaks, then boom. Obviously you get stunned, the person gets knocked back a little bit. And also, of course, in this game we have perfect blocking as well. 3, 2, 1. Boom, perfect block. Then I can start comboing him up afterwards if I really wanted to, but I want to show mercy to him, so I just let him live. There's a lot of different things that we have in this combat, and we have not shown you guys any of the skills yet. We have not shown you guys any of the weapons or the awakening, so there's much more that comes into combat, but these are just a few different things. What to expect when you play NRO, don't expect a game you've played on this platform before. We're not looking at games on this platform as inspiration. Oftentimes when we look at games on this platform, we're looking at what not to do.
So if I use an ability like Fireball on Spiral right now, he can actually perfect block it as well. So yeah, the abilities could be perfect blocked too. So yeah, lots of skill goes into that. We've given you all the tools that you need to not end up embarrassing yourself and getting clipped, getting infinite comboed. But speaking of these tools, we also have the substitution system. You want to explain that, Spiral?
So the substitution system, fellas, this is the best system you could ever have in any game at all ever. Okay, this is the game, one of our pillars. I keep harping on the pillars because they're so important to the game, is to make this game feel like you're an actual ninja. Now, other substitution systems, what do? Oh, it just gets you out of the combo. That's nice, right? It's better than not having a substitution system. I think you need one in a game like this, in a ninja game. But what really is it in reality? A substitution it was as if it wasn't even you who got hit. So instead of me explaining it, let's have Shiver show us. I say, show me, let me see Fire Breath, okay?
Fire Breath, yeah.
Use it on me.
Okay.
Oh no, you're doing so much damage to me. Psych, and I'm out of there. So as you guys can see, I actually just teleported right behind Shiver. If I wanted to, I could really start comboing Shiver, messing up after that. You teleport right behind the person. And there's different substitutions that have different effects. We'll show those more when we go into the different families. But also, it heals you back. So it actually is like you didn't take any damage in those last few moments, right? It doesn't heal you back all your health. That's completely OP. But the last few moments you took damage, it heals you back. So it's actually like you weren't even in an attack. You can substitute right out of there. Obviously, it has a very long cooldown. But that segues right into the fact that you can have different substitutions. There are substitutions that you can unlock that have longer cooldowns, but the visual effect of you substituting isn't as obvious, or they have a secondary effect. We have one substitution called high speed movement, and this substitution, it doesn't teleport you behind the person, but just teleports, it just moves you to the left and heals you. We have another sub called the crow sub, and that one leaves a clone, and if somebody hits that clone, it explodes into a bunch of crows and that lowers your speed. So as you guys can see, there's a ton of different playstyles, and that's even before we talk about the skills, the awakening. That is literally only from substitution. That does it for the combat. Again, guys, a lot of this is tentative. The only things that are set in stone right now are our pillars and what guides the vision for the game. Besides that, everything can change, especially times, cooldowns, all that. We really, most of the time, we just put random numbers when we're programming to in the times and the cooldowns, or they might not even have any cooldowns. Because if you guys look, this skill literally has no cooldowns because we need to bug test and iterate on things so often that we can't have it have cooldowns. So again, there's a lot of people who are speculating and just guessing at things that have to do with the game, but we don't even know in certain aspects. So just, of course, ignore all the noise that you guys hear. But speaking of that, for testers, keep sending your suggestions because we actually love your guys' suggestions. A lot of them are really, really good. And surprisingly, a lot of them are already in the game. So you guys will be very pleasantly surprised when this game does release. Okay, so Shiver, out of the 5 we have here, which one do we show first? Wind style, basic melee, fire, lightning, or crimson eye?
I feel like we can get like Crimson Eye can be its own showcase. And we've shown fire, like we gave them a taste of fire. So let's just like round off like the fire skills.
We're gonna show y'all everything to do with fire. Okay, so again, all the cooldowns are tentative, so I'm not even gonna go over the cooldowns. We're just gonna go over the effects and what they do. So number 1, numero uno, is fireball. So I'm gonna hit Shiver with the fireball right here. Hold on, let me charge my chakra. Fireball's pretty basic. You guys have seen it a million times. We'll get over it quick. Shiver, you show it.
Yep. Boom. Fireball.
Boom.
Fireball.
All right, the next one is flame spray. Now, flame spray is shoot 6 fireballs out in any direction. The cool thing about the skills is most skills have a little interaction that is pretty cool and rewards you if you hold down the skill, and punishes somebody if they let you hold down a skill. So for fireball and flame spray, for example, use fireball without holding anything down, just tap it. Look how fast that fireball goes, slow as hell, ain't hitting nobody. Okay, now hold down fireball.
Gathering the chi. Damn!
The fireball gets bigger the more you use it in game as well. So everyone starts off with the fireball speed if you have the fire element, but it also develops if you hold it down, and of course there's progression for every skill. Flame spray is a bit different. Flame spray hits like 6 different people at one time, so this is a really good skill. If you hit somebody up front, you're gonna stack damage a lot. Boom, that's all those fireballs hit, right? But that has no auto track, and it has a little bit of a wind up, right? So it's a little bit harder to hit. If I'm farther away here, it's not really good if you use it like here. Then you're kind of just guessing. The best is to use it right here. There's always one fireball that goes perfectly straight, by the way. So always keep in mind that. So the next one is fire breath, and this is just a continual damaging skill. This one has no knockback, so it can be comboed into different things. So after I finish hitting him, I can go bing, 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 boom, and then follow up like that. Finally, we have our Twin Dragon Fire. And Twin Dragon Fire is the ultimate move for fire. Twin Dragon Fire, this one, the second dragon, the slower dragon, actually block breaks you, but I'll show you guys exactly what it does. The good thing about Twin Dragon Fire is it's the only one out of the fire skill set that has auto tracking. Sweats and noobs alike are going to enjoy that, but again, the rest of them, you can't auto track for them. You have to have them in their actual combo for them to be useful. Here's Twin Dragon Fire in action. It has some pretty good auto track, but it's not crazy, right? So it can catch you, but you can also dodge at the same time. Just make sure you don't try and block the second one, because then you're going to get block broken and then you're going to suck. So make sure you guys keep that in mind. Now, if you guys want to see more, all you have to do is join the Discord. You don't even have to join the Patreon. Patreon members get so much more. But if you want to see a little more, you can go ahead and join the Discord. And of course, make sure you guys look at our sponsored content creators. They'll be the first ones to showcase all the different skill sets you guys haven't seen yet, or showcase skill sets like this fully. So if you guys want to see this actually in action, see their interactions and everything they do, make sure you guys go ahead and follow them.
So speaking of which, as mentioned earlier, the Patreon members do have some exclusive rewards, which we actually just finished fully remaking and implementing into the game. So we'll be showing those off in the coming days. But as for devlogs, with the base combat out of the way, we'll probably move more into showcasing more of the skill sets, weapons, awakenings, and even some of the core gameplay mechanics like the progression. Either way, there's lots to be excited about, and there's a lot that we're excited to show you guys, so stay tuned.
If you guys have any comments, questions, or concerns, you can go ahead and report to Remy, or in fact, actually, if you can go ahead and report Remy in general. You can report his Discord.
Yeah, that's
either or. Report to Remy or
report him or report to him.